Um, I've never been so exhausted and hungry at the same time in my entire life. Currently there's this guy here, he has offered me a place to stay. He rents a room, so there's not a lot of space, but so I could stay here, and I don't have to worry about living on the street, literally. Yeah, I know this guy. I think, some people in the neighborhood have talked about me because I was staying at the bus stop and stuff, and also, like, they found out, like, the foster parents were and stuff, and I was like, also some of the people that I met so far have tried to tell me that, like, there are people who try to steal, but they don't, like, I said, like, they feel, some of them, just people that I met before who stalked me until now, they said it's because they felt, like, insecure, and they felt like I took something away from them by, refusing to continue to contact them. And I was like, that makes no sense, because they did all that kind of stuff. That's what they're saying. They're like, yeah, because they did that. And I was like, there were some people assumed that I knew they would do that, so that they'll have, like, all these problems, and then, like, that kind of stuff. I know, and other people were telling them, no, there's no way she would have known that, because she doesn't know these people. And I was like, and some people try to blame me, saying, like, if you don't know them, what are you talking about, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm always open to meeting new people. Like, there's no reason for me to, like, just outright reject somebody that I don't know anything about and they haven't done anything to me, right? And they said the reason is, like, a lot of them were behaving really well, and they were doing that to, like, try to impress you or try to get you to talk to them. But the only reason was so that they can take advantage of me. But, like, the thing is, like, I didn't know they were gonna be like that. And they said a lot of them couldn't tell either. That's why they assumed I did something wrong. They thought they were normal because, like, on the surface level, everything was, like, there wasn't anything out of place. Right? They're like, yeah, they don't look like there's something wrong with them. Like, they are able to hold down a job. They've been keeping their finances. They still are in contact with family members and have friends and do know some neighbors. Like, there's a semblance of all normalcy. But the reason why they weren't normal was because of, like, who they are as people, like, as a person. And some of them have mental health issues. Again, how would I know that? Just by looking at them, right? Like, they look like people who also are like that but don't have mental health issues, and that's why they're like, yeah, she wouldn't have known that. So, like, obviously, like, and, like, I kind of had a feeling after I met them for a few times and something was a little weird, and I was like, what was I supposed to do about that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? Oh, camera's filter. Yeah, that was I guess my biggest issue with that entire thing. I don't know, like, I mean, I think nobody really blames, me for thinking that they were able to, like, get their shit together, or at least behave like that, as long as, like, whatever, but, like, they said, like, it's actually pretty common to meet people like that when you're meeting new people. That's why a lot of people don't even bother going to meet new people anymore. And even if you met somebody through a friend or an acquaintance, it can still be like that. And it sucks because your friend or acquaintance may not know them very well, or they may not think that they were gonna do those things. But they do those things, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little odd. And, like, you don't actually know what problems they have until, like, but I'm like, why is it that everyone that I met so far was like that? It's a little, like, that's a little concerning. And that's what other people are concerned about, too. Apparently, well, not other people, but there's some people who are concerned about that. They're like, it's weird that everyone you met so far was like that to you. And I was like, yeah, I find that there's something not right. If that makes sense. Like, it doesn't sound right at all to me. And it just sounds like, how is it possible that everybody that I met so far was like that? And, like, I think some people are trying to tell me that, like, well, they don't notice it themselves that they behave that way sometimes. Or, like, that's their intention or something. I don't know. Like, some people's intentions change over time. That's the thing. Like, initially, like, they have all the intentions and all the blah blah blah. And then, like, you know, they get involved with some people, some work stuff, or they get stressed out. Or some people, like, they start changing their mind and they start thinking, like, people owe them stuff and then all that kind of stuff. Me personally, I don't think that way. If that makes sense. Like, I don't think people owe me things or anything. Like, I mean, some people do, like, people who actually owe me, but, like, other than that, like, I don't think the world owes me a favor for me being alive. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I'm kind of concerned, only because, like, it's not in the best area, it's not in the best neighborhood. Because I lived in this area before, and it kind of sucks. In this area, like, not that there's something wrong with the people who live there, or there's anything wrong with people who rent, or anything like that, but, like, I've noticed that this, like, area, this neighborhood in general attracts some, like, off people, like, weird people, only because of the price range and the availability of the units. I don't know why it is, but the most available units are in this area. There is, like, from my experience, this is weird. Things in downtown core typically aren't within the price range for me. But in this area, it's never actually that, like, expensive to find rental units. I'm really tired. Okay, so, like, my problem is that, currently, I don't have a problem, but my problem with the situation is that I'm a little uneasy because I don't know anybody. I don't know this guy, and I don't know any of his flatmates. And what else? And I've been in this area before, and it wasn't a good area on my past experience. Yeah, so that kind of, like, makes everything just kind of makes me feel a little, like, jittery. If that makes sense. Yeah. So not only do I, like, already have bad experience and, like with people stealing from me and saying, like, being just nasty overall towards me in this area, and Secondly, I don't know this guy, I've never met him, but I don't know what he's trying to mention to me. That's the thing, like, he's trying to mention stuff to me, but I don't know what it is. And he speaks a different language than me, so English is like third or fourth language, I think. And he's not as fluent, so I don't speak his first language. That's why I was like, I don't. And he's trying to tell me something, but I don't know what it is. I don't. I don't know his ethnic background, but he told me that he speaks Hebrew. Oh. I think he might be Arabic, but I'm not sure. And oh, I don't know any of the flatmates so far. I've seen them and I said hi to them and stuff, but I mean, they're all men, so again, it's kind of hard for me to say anything. There's people that live upstairs. He told me one of them was a landlord, but I don't think that's what he meant. I don't know what's up with the people in Canada, like, who immigrate here. They get kind of weird. The long-term immigrants, like people who have been here for generations, like they end up getting weird because they start running out of people to talk to, which is weird, right? Like, they like, so some people have been here since like the 20th, 19th century, and they were here for generations. And like I can see that they're going kind of like kooky because like no one talks to them and they don't meet any new people. But they only talk to like, know like 5 people and their neighbors. Which I was like, and I'm wondering if like the same thing happened with them, where they like were just kind of like taking advantage of other people and stuff. I don't know if it happens in the other countries too. I don't think so. Typically those are like what new immigrants face. Yeah, it's typical with new immigrants. It's not really new immigrants if they've been here for generations. Weird, right? But like I've also noticed that like people in Canada, they stay here for a bit and they go back to their home country after. So maybe that's what's happened to them too. Like everyone that they used to be friends with or used to speak to, they end up just going back to their home country after a while, and then there wasn't the same people anymore. But they still stayed in Canada. It's a little weird. If all my friends started going back to their home country, like I'd start thinking maybe I should start going back too. That isn't me personally. It's 6 a.m. now. What?